offense delivered when it matters most.
The Eagles are fourth down and a yard to go. Vick in the shotgun. I wouldn't mind seeing him run right here. Vick is going to run. He is diving forward. Up the middle, he's hit. Did he get it? No! No! Michael Vick is denied the first down as he took it straight up the middle. And there is your dagger. Finally.
I just want to say this for the first time. Packers won here since 1962. That's a nice thing. More importantly, okay, we talked about last night. We came here for a win, and we came here to grow. Okay, we got a lot to grow from.
In the home opener, Green Bay's defense brought a large appetite and took a big bite out of Buffalo. The Bills were held to 0 yards in the first quarter and just 7 total points.
Play action, Edwards, deep drop, being rushed by Clay Matthews. Hit from behind him and sacked. Well, change the field position now. Let's go. Let's go. Steve Edwards looking downfield, being chased by Matthews. They can't block him down. Clay Matthews has ignited the crowd here at Lambeau.
The offense also torched Buffalo. Donald Driver's touchdown catch moved him into 4th all-time in Packers history.
And the Lambeau lead to the north end zone stands. This big shot here. Let's go Pennsylvania. 26, Pennsylvania's next popular pump. You handle it again, all right? Rodgers running right, steps the play, makes the turn to the end zone. Impressive second half of the Packer offense. 3 straight possessions, 3 straight touchdowns to break this game wide open. Hey, let's keep pressing them out, all right? Let's go. Let's keep pressing them.
Green Bay sealed the win with a playmaker, giving Matthews 6 sacks in 2 games.
If he keeps going, he's going to touch the all-time NFL sack record.
And he's not going to need the quarterback block to get it.
The Packers' first divisional meeting came on Monday night in an old-school battle for the lead in the NFC North.
Snap to Rodgers, looking around, throws the middle of the end zone. Touchdown! Greg Jennings. Wide open back to the end zone. Packers strike first.
Trailing by 4, Rodgers scored a rushing touchdown for the 2nd straight week.
Takes it himself. Diving. Pylon. Is he in? Yes. Touchdown. Packers now back in front.
Green Bay's defense was typically aggressive, but it cost them. With the score tied, a penalty wiped out an interception on Chicago's final drive.
But it will be nullified by pass interference. My goodness. Manley snap is placed in the kick to the outside. And there's good. I'll tell you what, this is as painful as it gets.
Penalties, obviously a factor in the outcome of the game. It definitely helped them, particularly in the last drive. 17 penalties, that doesn't cut it. You can't play football like that. So we need to evaluate that and apply it to our preparation for Detroit.
Football or football? Either way, it's good to have fleet feet. Against the Lions, Aaron Rodgers' fancy footwork kept Green Bay's attack on the move. Rodgers threw 3 touchdowns in the first half, providing Green Bay all the offense it needed.
Rodgers with protection, goes to the middle of the end zone. Incredible play. Jermichael Finley. Rodgers quick throw, left side. Beautiful throw.
That is a great example of throwing a receiver open because Wade was on his hip.
The Lions kept the score close.
Yo, what's good?
Against an active
Yeah, reach in.
never a pushover, and the matchup in Washington was no exception. But Brandon Jackson made it look easy with 115 rushing yards, including the longest run of his career.
71-yard run got the Packers out from the shadow of their goalpost. Aaron Rodgers finishes the deal, 5-yard touchdown pass to Donald Lee.
Green Bay's defense ranked up
Shoot, I don't know yet.
held Washington to just 51 yards.
I haven't played with him.
But in overtime, the Packers could only watch as they were handed their second defeat of the season.
Here's the snap from Hickman. Hits move to the upright. It is good.
The loss was painful, but the real damage was deeper.
Okay, I'll start with the injuries. Derek Martin had a knee sprain, did not return. Michael Philly had a knee, did not return. He will have testing done tomorrow. Brian Pickett had an ankle injury, did not return. Donald Lee had a shoulder injury, did not return. Clay Matthews had a hamstring strain, did not return. And Aaron Rodgers had a concussion there at the end of the game. With that, I'll take your questions.
The question was, would there be enough healthy bodies for the Packers to make a championship run? In 2010, no NFL team placed more of its players on injured reserve.
He's done. Just done. Okay? So that's me. So I may be down two. Short, and I only got two left.
With Clay Matthews sidelined and Nick Barnett out for the season, the linebackers leaned heavily on A.J. Hawk against Miami.
Come on, Nick. You got it, bro. Hey, y'all boys right here. Knock my head out. Let's go. Bay back on three. Hey, man. Hey, they know they can't run on us. You know that. Dang, 57 hole ready. Open right. Foul. Larry, play Larry.
Shoot, I couldn't tell you, bro. I wouldn't know.
We're keeping the field position in the momentum. Dolphins driving once again. Play action on first down. Heading back to throw. Throw at the outlet side.
Yeah, for this video, yeah.
Touchdown here, man. It would be big.
Trailing by 7 late in the fourth quarter, the Packers rallied.
He filed for Christmas.
16 seconds remaining.
Get it before GTA 6.
Yeah, I want Aaron running in.
Now he steps up to the line of scrimmage. Takes the snap.
But we lost Austin Reeves, bro.
In overtime, the results were all too familiar.
Kick end over end to the upright, and it is good. For the second week in a row, the Packers lose in overtime on a field goal.
After 2 straight losses, the Packers sought redemption against the rival Vikings.
Spectacular scene here at Lambeau Field in Green Bay. Bright lights, big stage, national TV.
While the old gambler looked on, his former understudy fired an ace to the end zone.
Snap to Rodgers, 4-man rush over the middle. The rookie, Andrew Thomas. And Rodgers with a laser of a pass. Hit him right on the post.
After trailing at the half, Green Bay's defense cashed in on a pair of turnovers to take a 28-24 lead. to a championship didn't get any easier as the Pack took their small-town fight to the big city. Green Bay shut up the New York fans and shut down the Jets offense.
There's no reason that any of us get beat one-on-one because you're far superior in pass protection, Taylor. All right? This is what the fundamental is. Have some patience out there, all right? Minimize mistakes and we'll be all right.
The Packers' patience on offense paid off as they played turnover-free football. In a game where points were rare, the Packers relied on Mason Crosby to build a 6-0 lead.
Here's the snap. That's going to make it Mason Crosby. The cover the ball, moves it through the uprights and it's good. They're going to force seven. You can't let them in the end zone. Go get right in that spot. Right in that spot, right now.
The defense ended hopes of a Jets comeback, and Crosby sealed the win with a kicker's hat trick.
First shutout win on the road since 1991. That's a great job. Hey, yo, it's all about us, boys. All three faces right there. Hey, family on three. 1, 2, 3. Green Bay, baby. They love us out here. Yo, Green Bay.
The Packers were at their prime in prime time, demolishing Dallas with a flurry of unanswered first-half touchdowns. The Packers made sure this episode of Sunday Night Football would be devoid of any drama.
Green Bay. You can send the kids to bed.
Back up the cooler.
But things were just getting started for Clay Matthews, a one-man cowboy wrecking crew.
He held the ball. It's over. Here's the snap to get that quick throw. What a performance. You see how Lambo bad it was, too? It's the starter, bro.
The team faded after the bye week, setting the stage for the 100th meeting of the Packers-Vikings rivalry.
Another day, another play to be made. Actually, a lie. Another day, another 10, 11, 12 plays to be made. That's individually.
Greg Jennings was a man of his word, torching Minnesota for 3 touchdowns.
Spins to his left on the run, finds it, throws the end zone, touchdown.
held the Vikings to only a field goal and made life miserable for their quarterback.
Large, short, three-step drop ball. Right side, intercepted. Intercepted, Jamal Williams. That's interception 17 this year for Brett. Worst in the National Football League.
Aaron Rodgers' performance was considerably better.
Off the ropes out of the end zone. Catch made. Touchdown.
Even the most rabid Vikings loyalists seemed ready to board the Rodgers bandwagon. And space on that bandwagon became even more scarce after another Rodgers gem down in Dixie.
Aaron Rodgers, he takes it on a quarterback draw, reaches for the end zone, touchdown. Rodgers able to shake free, reach it over for the touchdown.
We talked about the philosophy here, spread them out, stick it right up the middle.
They're trying to disguise it late as they can, and just try and take a peek at that backside, say it'll help you.
Tight end Andrew Corliss and the rest of the receiving corps were important allies late in the game when Rodgers twice converted on 4th down.
Steps up, scrambles right, gets a one-man shovels it forward, and he's got two. Running off right to the 5. Down he goes. What a piece of improvisation by Aaron Rodgers. Fourth down, goal to go. Ball to the 10-yard line. Snap to Rodgers. Steps up, looking around, buying time. Still looking. Aaron Rodgers throws the end zone. He's got him. Touchdown. And punched out of the end zone. 37. Oh, what a throw. Way to keep it alive, homeboy. Here we go, big man.
The Falcons rallied to win in the final seconds, but the teams would meet again on the same field in January with a noticeably different result. A week later, the Pack took the field wearing retro uniforms from the 1920s, but their offensive firepower was strictly 21st century.
Rainbow deep down left sideline. Wow. Down into the center of the 5. Snap to Rodgers. They pick up the blitz. He gets down the middle. Man wide open. Driver across the 30. Now Driver spins back out.
The old school thread suited Green Bay to a T as the Packers rolled to their 8th win. Being mobile in the Motor City isn't always a good thing, as Aaron Rodgers found out against the Lions.
Rodgers steps to the pocket under pressure, steps up. Rodgers takes it himself, scrambles to the 35, 3 ahead course, and he's knocked down across the 40-yard line. And Rodgers slow to get up.
He took a heck of a shot from Spivey. Drilled him good.
Yeah, Aaron very slow to get up. Timeout taken by the Packers. Rodgers shaken up on that play.
Green Bay's quarterback did not return, leaving it to the defense to stand its ground in a scoreless game. Only one touchdown was tallied all afternoon, and Detroit got it. But the unexpected loss to the Lions was the least of Mike McCarthy's problems.
Plan for Aaron is he will not practice throughout the week. He will go through the protocol involving every player that has a concussion. There's a slim to none chance that he'll practice on Friday, and the decision medically will be made on Aaron Rodgers on Saturday.
Give me the blueprint, Rod, for the Packers to go into New England and beat the Patriots. Without Aaron Rodgers or with? With or without Aaron Rodgers? Well, without. There is no chance.
2 Patriots on their home turf was indeed a daunting task.
The Packers have not been a bigger underdog than they are in this ball game tonight here in New England without Aaron Rodgers at quarterback. Matt Flynn makes his first start. Snap to Flynn, plenty of time. Throws the right side. Jones. Yeah! Hey, God! 66 yards to James Jones. Here's the snap to Flynn. Fakes the handoff. Flips it all left side. Touchdown! The Green Bay Packers have a 10-point lead on the New England Patriots. Now, there's a reason why they play these games.
We got an opportunity to really put these guys in a bad way now. Stay with me. Hey, we got a hell of an opportunity to take advantage of it.
Len had waited nearly 3 years for this moment. Both he and his teammates rose to the challenge. Green Bay battled the NFL's dominant regular season team to a virtual standstill. And although the Patriots won in the closing moments, the Packers' performance would spark a remarkable stretch run.
I think it's definitely something Matt Flynn can grow from for his first start on a big stage against the National Football Team. He gave us a chance tonight. We came here to win. Okay, we're nobody's underdog. We're 8-6, so we need to be ready for the Giants. And we got to get our 9th win. That's the focus of our football team.
The situation was clear. McCarthy's Packers would have to beat both of their remaining opponents to make the playoffs.
Snap to Rodgers, fakes to Jackson. Rodgers flips it all over. Wow, not a bad drive. Runs quite 80 yards.
We got 52 on the backside now. Hey, we are blocking his ass. Hey, we are blocking the 52. Not making any plays, guys.
No block could slow Clay Matthews, who showed why he was the league's best defensive player.
Jacobs to the 45, breaks outside across the field. In the back of territory, then he fumbled the football and it's knocked out of bounds. Still loose. They scramble for it at the 26-yard line. Packer ball. Highest turnover rate team in the National Football League, the New York Giants.
Green Bay's defense forced 6 Giants giveaways, and the offense seemingly capitalized on every one of them. Aaron Rodgers looked sharp coming off his injury, throwing for over 400 yards, while sharing the spotlight with Lambeau Field's newest folk hero.
The crowd actually cheering, booing. They want him in the game. He has checked into the game.
Wilson wide right. Rodgers takes, fakes the handoff. Looks like right there. Chicago Bears and the way the Bears-Packers rivalry should be, with something on the line on the last week of the season.
Plan on starting the new year off right. You definitely don't want these balls in the playoffs.
You gotta go ahead and put that chicken in and get in this dance.
If the Bears weren't going to let them in, the Packers would have to take it themselves. Tied at 3 heading into the fourth quarter, the Packers moved into position for the only touchdown of the game. Still, the Bears mounted one last drive.
Second and 10 to the Green Bay 32. Can the Packers hang on? 20 seconds remaining. Cutler stands. Wait. Go.
I think this is one that Vince Lombardi and George Ellis would be proud of.
Great job today. We are in Philadelphia Sunday at 4:30. All right? Congratulations. We're 1-6. 1-6. Our path has been set. All right, let's go. Get it on.
In Philadelphia, the Packers began their quest to become the NFC's first number 6 seed team to win a Super Bowl. Fireworks exploded on the game's first play when Green Bay's pass rush lit up Michael Vick.
Vick under a blitz. Hit it, sack. Desmond Bishop off the edge on the blind side of Michael Vick. Vick under a blitz. From Clay Matthews. Clay Matthews came up the middle with a sudden burst.
It's a playoff football, big boy. Playoff football.
Green Bay also controlled the offensive line of scrimmage, which ignited the running game. James Starks rushed for 123 yards, the most ever by a rookie in Packers postseason history.
Roger Smith makes the handoff back to those swings right side. Got a man. Touchdown. Crabtree.
It's one of those playoff adjustments. I mean, Tom Crabtree is not the first guy you're looking at on the goal line as far as defending. He just got outside the Eagle coverage. You got a tight end looking around? You got a tight end looking around like he's going to release our linebacker's going to see that.
Rolling right to his end zone. Diving left. Jones. He's got a touchdown.
Aaron Rodgers was moving around. Samuel dropped the coverage a little bit. Aaron put where nobody but James Jones could get that ball.
Everybody's making plays. Hey, blow it on your ass now. Hey, don't be satisfied. Get another one. Don't be satisfied.
The Packers knew they'd got another score just before the half.
Ringles right now. He's got two. Through the fake. Front pass getting crossed and incomplete. Oh, my
Green Bay blowout disappeared early in the third quarter. Now leading only 14-10. The Packers responded with an 11-play scoring drive on their next possession.
And the thing Jackson did out there, he was ahead of the screen. He waited for the screen to get out there. Great patience. He showed excellent running ability.
No foolish penalties, okay? And just run the defense, all right? Don't drop any coverages. Play your assignments, play your technique, and we'll be fine. Just be nice and play the D.
Big key to fourth quarter comeback. Rushing for one score. Then leading a last-minute drive that brought the Eagles to the brink of victory. The fate of the season now rested with the defense.
Clock continues to move down to 45 seconds remaining. Vic without a huddle. Step, pump fakes. Now airs it out. Left side of the end zone. Intercepted. Is your wild card dagger. Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers and that defense in Dom Capers hang on and move on to Atlanta Saturday night.
Anybody got any regrets about today? No. That's right, Atlanta, here we come. Hey, Packers on three. 1, 2, 3.
Still cool for Atlanta. 39 degrees. There is snow on the ground. A blaze of ice over that snow. But we're warm and comfy. Out on their feet. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Georgia Dome in Atlanta, Georgia for the NFC Divisional Playoffs. The sixth-seeded Green Bay Packers against the top-seed Atlanta Falcons.
Hey, the little things gonna get it done today. Hey, they know it's time, but they're the regular numbers. Dominate on 3. 1, 2, 3. Dominate.
Atlanta scored first, but Green Bay had a rapid response.
A-Rod. Oh, left side. Got Jordy Nelson to the pylon. A touchdown. Catch Jordy Nelson.
It took the Falcons only 14 seconds to regain the lead.
Here comes Weeds off the catch. Gets through defender 20, 25. Throws back into the clear. Derek Weeds going all the way. It'll be a 101-yard touchdown return. Georgia.
That sucked, didn't it? Okay? Here's what we gotta do now. I guarantee you this. Let's keep playing volume in this game. Well, you learn anything better. It's gonna be a long day. The heavyweight belt, baby. Wade going down one hit, baby.
DJ Bonzi in the fullback. Carl Swanson, Lee Blocker since William the Refrigerator Perry.
Here's the handoff on the right side. Coons spins. Goal line. Touchdown. I think they ought to give it to BJ one of these times.
Like the freeze out there. The freezer. The freezer, baby.
It was time to put Atlanta's offense in a deep freeze.
Ryan pump fake now goes deep into the end zone. Right side. Intercepted. Intercepted by Tramon Williams.
Green Bay capitalized as James Jones atoned for his pass drop in Philadelphia.
On first and 10 to the Atlanta 20. Here's the snap. Rodgers looks lost. Right side of the end zone. Leaping. It's made by Jones. He's got it. A sensational catch by James Jones. Yeah.
You think James Jones is trying to make a little statement tonight?
Lucas saying, RJ Big.
The Packers maintained a 7-point lead until one stunning play blew the game wide open.
Ryan along to the shotgun, gets the snap, rolls the left, throws the left sideline, intercepted. Down the sideline, Tramon Williams, it's clear. To the 40, to the 30, all the way to the touchdown. The absolute worst thing that could have happened to Atlanta on the final play of the first half.
The route became a showcase for Rodgers. In a nearly flawless performance, he completed 31 of 36 passes.
That's why
defense logged 5 sacks. The Rodgers-led offense scored 5 touchdowns. Green Bay's point total was the most by an NFL road team in a postseason game since 1940.
Atlanta been beaten as thoroughly as they have here tonight by Green Bay. Get a bigger ranking, man. Get a bigger ranking, baby. Yeah, baby. Yes, sir. I like it. I like that. Packers 48-21 over the Falcons. The Packers are going to the championship game. NFC Championship game, historic meeting between the NFL's two oldest rivals, the Chicago Bears, the Green Bay Packers. This is the 182nd renewal of this great rivalry. Never has it meant this much. We got a lot of breath in this. I think we make the boys win. Been a hell of a 38 innings today. 16 you got. 60 minutes, one goal. It's four time. Get it to them. Let's go get it.
The Packers' opening possession was a football clinic. Aaron Rodgers completed every pass he threw on Green Bay's 84-yard drive. Green Bay's second scoring drive was a tribute to its fabled past. It was Vince Lombardi football, as James Starks ran to daylight, giving the Packers a 14-point lead.
Reaching for the goal line, touchdown! He's got it! 4-yard touchdown run by the rookie James Starks.
That pressure came from punter Tim Mastay and the special teams, which consistently bottled up the Bears' explosive return game. Chicago's offense fared no better, failing to score a single point in the first half. Jay Cutler was eventually knocked out of the game, but not before the defense collected a going-away present.
This is not the way they envisioned, not the way they drew it up.
Hey, boy! Hey! Got a way to make a play, boy!
But in the second half, Rodgers was thrust into an unfamiliar role.
Snap to Rodgers. Looks the field. Now steps up in a tight pocket. Intercepted by Brian Urlacher down the right side. 25 yards, 35. He's tripped up by Aaron Rodgers across the 40, and down he goes. Brian Urlacher gets that interception, turns it upfield. Aaron Rodgers takes the pursuit angle on him. He's able to swat his feet out from underneath him.
Rodgers' open field tackle saved a touchdown, but a later Chicago score cut Green Bay's lead in half.
This game just got a whole lot more interesting.
Nothing nailed down yet. 8 minutes, baby, no doubt. Come on, every ounce you got in your heart right now. Every ounce you got. They can't go 90 on our defense, man. They can't go 90 on our defense.
season of big plays, the defense saved a shocker for its oldest rival. Chicago would not die easily, needing barely a minute to trim the lead to 7.
Wow, just like that, the Bears are right back in it.
It has to be dramatic, man.
In the final moments, the Bears entered Packer territory, closing in on the tying touchdown.
4th down and 4. It's ball game on the line. Heaney looking around in the pocket, throws it over the middle. It is Green Bay all the way to Super Bowl 45.
Oh, my God. Amazing, easy. Nice.
The most important of the 182 games between the Packers and Bears in the most storied history of the NFL. Green Bay Packers, congratulations. They are the NFC champions.
They bring down the Georgia Talent Trophy representing the winners of the NFC champion. That would be the Green Bay Packers. None other to present this. Why not give it to a great Hall of Famer, defensive end for the Green Bay Packers? Tony Davis, present this to Mr. Murphy, would you please?
Thanks so much, Terry. And, Mark, this is a great moment in Green Bay Packer history. I tell you, I'm glad I witnessed it. And we're going to go on to the Super Bowl. So much glad.
Thank you, Willie. We got one more to win, guys. We got to win the Lombardi Trophy.
One purpose, one goal, and one more game. One. Let's get it. Hey, check this. The president don't want to come watch us to the Super Bowl. Guess what? We'll go see him.
Super Bowl Sunday. Biggest stage of them all. Got the bright lights. Time to shine. The roof is closed here at Cowboy Stadium for this football game. This championship to be decided here today between the Green Bay Packers and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
There is nothing like seeing the pressure and the intensity on everybody's face, the emotion, just the raw emotion of this moment.
Just like I told Colin a couple years ago. Best ballers, you know how to do it. It's too good to try and do anything special. Only about 50 years. Let's just go. This is our moment. This is our time. This is our game. We're born for this. We're made for this. We're sacrificed too much and worked too hard to stop. Right here. I tell you, everybody, how physical they are.
their combative nature, the Pittsburgh Steelers tried early on to intimidate the Packers.
I'll be hitting my boy Chief on that wheel route. He told me about it. 319. 319.
Ultimately, there's only one way to deal with a schoolyard bully. You punch him in the mouth.
But that's all Aaron Rodgers needed with that pinpoint accuracy.
It's almost like a heavyweight fight here. You know, you come out the first couple of rounds, you're feeling each other out. The only thing is, the Packers tag the Steelers first.
This is a championship squad.
To go in the first half. Green Bay 14, Pittsburgh 3. Roethlisberger waits, throws it over the middle. Intercepted by the Packers. Darren Woods making play. Roethlisberger, quick look over the middle, trying to get that to Wallace. And the dime-back Jared Bush took it away.
I think the Packers had a coverage screw up, and Jared Bush was where Ben Roethlisberger didn't think he'd be because Heath Miller was running downfield with his arm up and wanting the football.
More people watched Super Bowl 45 than any other TV program in American history. The storyline for this show was looking like a Green Bay blowout.
First and 10, Packers, Steelers, 21-yard line. A chance to blow up in Super Bowl 45. Here's the snap. He is the secondary.
You talk about a pinpoint pass, Wayne.
first half, a lot of Packers were hurting. Donald Driver was lost with an injured leg. Defensive back Sam Shields hurt his shoulder. And Charles Woodson left with a broken collarbone.
Driver and Woodson, the two veterans this Super Bowl, probably means more to than anyone else. Both out.
All we got to do is put points on the board, man. That game in the bucket, they getting tired, too.
The Steelers weren't going to go down without a fight.
Ben goes shotgun. He wants to throw for the end zone. He looks right, nothing there. Scrambles a little bit, throws it to back the end zone. And the Steelers are very much back in the thick of things right now as we head toward halftime.
During halftime, the Packers learned they would have to play the rest of the game without the heart of their defense, Charles Woodson.
Hey, I'm not hoping to let you hurt. And that's a big loss for their defense, though.
MVP.
Overcoming injury. And the Super Bowl will be no different than the regular season.
The Steelers looked to wear down the depleted Packers with a punishing ground attack.
The Steelers gashing the Packers in the early going of the third.
Ben steps in, quick count. The give off the right side.
Attrition taking a toll in the third quarter of Super Bowl 45. They went 5 plays, 50 yards, all of it on the ground. If that's not a statement, nothing is.
Come on now.
Yeah, they don't have the summer in about a kid. They don't have the summer hill. Play the game the right way. If you touch the
Only 7 points were scored in the third quarter.
You think so? We go by 3? 4 in my mind.
Both teams had big hits.
Tatum against Williamson. Pass to Sears. Tatum's got assist number 5 here tonight.
Jason Tatum scores, but also creates for his teammates. Continuing
Sun changes the line. Changes sub in for James. Robertson, he's checked in for Boston. Now we'll hear from Alan LaFleur since he's got a story for us tonight.
Luka. I actually bring a bottle before anyways.
That's a great look at that move from the Connected Camp, sponsored by AT&T. Williamson looking it over. It's tipped.
Hey, yo.
just 3 to shoot. Raises a 3. Does not go in. That's the plan defensively.
Oh, crunch time, crunch time. Oh, Aiden almost sold us, bro. Well, he got the book today. Nice game, folks. Luka and Zion got the ring good. I knew this was a championship squad. You see it, man. Luka MVP. I'm goated.